Let's go on YouTube. It's Chewy Plays Cards. We're here with the regional report for the Louisville, Kentucky regional. I ended up going 5-3. I wish could have done better to get the invite, but my tiebreakers were just not there. I played Rescue Ace with the Firewall package, and it performed very well, except for like one particular card in this deck really annoyed me. For my matchups, oh man, my phone's being used for the recording. Okay, hold on. So there's Chimera. I played 8 different decks. Like that's all I'm gonna say about it. If people want to know about the matchups, I'll post it in the comments or in the video description. But I played 8 different matchups. No Cash and no Purely, no Mirror, so nothing like too crazy. Just like the only times I lost were the times I just didn't get to play. So for the main deck, there's the 3 Hydrant. These are like pretty standard: 3 Hydrant, 3 Lifter, and 3 Impulse. There's no reason to ever not play 3 of all of these. I see some people like playing 2 of this with a 1-for-1. I think that's just terrible. Just play 3 of it. Yeah. This card's crazy. Like Impulse, I don't know why people are playing less of it. 2 Turbulence, 2 Preventer. I thought about cutting Turbulence down to 1 because he really sucks to draw in a lot of games. But it's just the power that he brings to the deck that I really just wanted to guarantee to see, because it's never bad to just draw him in like the middle of the game where you can start setting for, but like in your opening hands these are just like really bad. Fire Engine, this card was great, and then the card I wished I cut out of the deck. It's a 41 card deck, so this could easily just be gone, and then you just have a 40 card deck and it's clean, but I did end up playing it for the regional. I bricked on this card in like 5 games, and every time I drew it I lost. So for the rescue spells and the consistency, there's 3 Emergency and Rhoda. We'll move it here in the middle, and then the 1 of spells and traps. There are a lot of weird games where I wish I played 2 HQ just because of like the recycling power it has, and it's pretty easy to get your board blown out. Against the Scareclaw Mannadium player I played against, like my HQ got banished all 3 games from Fenrir. But if you play it right, like you'll be able to loop these 2 back and forth. Like not having access to those is kind of rough, but recycling, contain, and extinguish with like Preventer is just really good. For non-engine, there's 3 Prosperity. Card's crazy. And then I played 3 Fenrir. This card just feels ridiculous in this deck. It helps you set up the Firewall combo, but it also is just like interruption. I played this deck with like as minimal summons as possible. If I could like tell my opponent had Nib. So like I would try to just end on Preventer with an Ace and then this, and that's 5 soft interruptions, and that makes like pretty much any deck like hard to play into. And then like I said, if you can like tell your opponent's not playing Nib or they don't have any like types of responses, you can go into the Firewall combo a lot easier with this card. 3 Ash, 3 Droll. These were perfect. I was debating Imperm over this at one point, but I'm glad I played this over Imperm. And then I played the 5 books. I wish that I swapped 3, there'd be 3 Eclipse and 2 Moon. But nothing, like I didn't lose any games because I had one book or another. It's just there were some boards that would have been easier to deal with if I had the 3rd Eclipse, where like I would have drawn more likely to draw it over Book of Moon. That's it for the main 41. Like I said, just cut the air or the helicopter dude. The card sucks. We're playing the Firewall package, so Link Karibo, Binary Sorceress, G Golem, Terahertz, and then the 2 dumps. If people want to see how this combo works and how Fenrir makes this combo easier, it's just because he's a body, but I can upload a second video later in the week if people wanted enough to learn how this combo works, because a lot of people are doing the like Link Decoder version that just took so many cards out of the extra deck. Like sure, this one takes a little bit more commitment, but you have so much more freedom in the extra deck. For the generic links, I got, because I'm playing Super Poly on the side, I had to like really pick what cards I wanted. So Hida, Sunlight Wolf, IP, and then the IP targets. and then access code. I really wish I played Heat Leo over the Unicorn, because I never made Unicorn. There were a lot of spots where I wish I had the Heat Leo instead, because I just didn't have cards in hand, or like I didn't want to get rid of anything in hand. Never made Trispania, never made access code, made IP once, and then it got crackdowned. Made this every game pretty much, like this card's crazy. And then Hida is to help climb. And then, like I said, I'm on Super Poly, so I'm playing the two most generic Super Polys, and then the one where I pray I don't get turn skipped. And that's the only reason we're playing this one, and just the two generic ones. No Proxy F, because I never saw myself wanting to make that card. And then a side. The only card I didn't actually side all day today was Div Incarnate. I, in theory, wanted to play Nibiru over this, but the matchups I was the most afraid of, like Pearly and Cash, this is just better than Nib. And I just didn't play anything where this would have been better into. So this should have been Nib, like in hindsight, but... 3 Super Poly MVP. This card's crazy. It needs to get banned, like, immediately. 3 Evenly. Very subpar. I kind of wish I just played Cosmics and Duster instead. But, like, even in the games where I drew evenly with this, like, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, against my lab matchup, I drew 3 of them. So they were pretty dead. D-Barrier, also ridiculous. Probably needs banned with Super Poly. And then 3 Judgment, because we auto-lose to Lightning Storm and Evenly, and if you can't get to Firewall, you need to at least attempt to have these. So that's it for the deck. I got shout-outs at the end. Shout-out to the people I came with, especially the guy recording right now. I'm not going to name drop because I don't know if they want that out there, but shout-out to the people I came with. Shout-out to my girlfriend, Sierra, for letting me actually come down here and not beating me up for leaving her for a weekend. And that's it. Oh, and Duelist Cipher. Shout out to Duelist Cipher. He said he was going to tag out this video, or tag me in this video, so hopefully people will actually get to see it. And that's it for the profile. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks, YouTube.